are some people who belittle others by calling them optics cucks. God, I fucking despise that. I mean, I really do. It's just despicable. It is truly a despicable thing when you call somebody an optics cuck. And let me explain why. You see, we human beings, shockingly, it seems to me, we human beings cannot read each other's minds. Jesus, we can't. No. We was robbed, motherfucker. We was robbed. We was robbed because we don't have the ability to read each other's minds. No, we don't. God, the Creator, fucked us by not giving us this ability to read each other's minds. Fucking bastard, you know. Ugh, God is horrible. He should have allowed us. He should have given us ESP. But he didn't. He didn't. He didn't give us ESP, so what do we have to go on when judging other people? Riddle me this. What do we have to go on when we have to figure out what other people are up to? Their appearance, their words, their exterior. Optics. Let me give you an example. Suppose, just for the sake of argument, suppose you go to an interview for this dream job you have. You go to this interview and you're dressed like a hobo. You're just being yourself. I'm not going to be like an optics cuck. I'm going to be myself. I'm just going to show up there in my cutoff jeans and my sweaty ass t-shirt, you know, and my baseball cap and fuck shaving, because that's just for optics cucks. Not for me. I'm genuine. Yeah. I'm going to show up to this job interview for my dream job. Yeah. And they're going to know that I'm brilliant and that I know what I'm doing. Yeah, of course they will. I'll talk to them for 20 minutes and they'll recognize my genius. I'm not going to cuck out to the optics. So you show up to the interview, right? And there's a guy across the conference room table. And he's dressed in a sharp suit, you know, nice tie with a nice dimple, right? Clean shaven, nice haircut. And he looks at you. Do you think he's going to hire you? Do you think you're going to go to the next interview? What the fuck, are you high? Of course not. You're not going to go to the next interview because you're not being, you know, you're not being an optics cuck. You're not projecting out into the world what you want others to perceive. You see what I'm saying? Because that's optics. It's the projection out into the wider world of what you want others to perceive about what's inside of you. If you project to the world that you're a hobo and you dress like a hobo, people will take you as a hobo. They're not going to ask you your address. They're not going to look at you and say, oh, well, maybe he's got $1 million in his back pocket. They're not going to think that. You dress like a hobo and people are going to think you're a hobo. You dress in a nice suit, nice crisp shirt, you know, nice tie, right? Something bright, something that makes a statement, right? And you're looking sharp and you got your French cuffs and you're looking good. People are going to fucking take you seriously. Yeah. Like, fuck it. You know, I was living in London last year, and my uniform du jour was, you know, button-down shirt, jeans, you know, sometimes, you know, like regular shoes and sometimes just sneakers, right? But always a sports jacket, a nice sports jacket from like a, you know, expensive, quite frankly. And, you know, more or less clean shaven, but the sports jacket always gave it away. And you know, that kind of casual, which is kind of du jour nowadays, right? Yeah, I could go in casual with jeans and maybe even sneakers, but the nice sports jacket, it gave it away. It gave the game away. And every door was open to me. Nobody ever said, no, you can't come in. No, they just look at me and like, oh yeah, he's all right. Yeah, yeah. It was the optics, the clothes. Clothes make the man. That saying, that aphorism is true. That's why people say it. That's why it's a fucking aphorism. Yeah. Optics matter. And so you have to be thinking to yourself, what do you want to project out into the wider world? What is it? What do you want people to think of you? Do you want them to think that you're like a sharp customer, that you're on the ball? Well, then dress sharply. Groom yourself. Look good. Walk straight, right? Walk like you have a purpose. Dress like you have a purpose, right? If that's what you want to project, that you're in control of the situation. Like right now, for instance, look how I'm dressed right now. At this point in time, right? And the videos I've been doing for the last few months, right? I got like the scraggly beard and the long hair, which, by the way, I shaved myself bald last June 5th, I believe. It's 6 months since I cut my hair, and I'm planning on going another 6 months because I've never let my hair grow out for a solid year. And I'm like, fuck it, why not? Because see, right now where I'm living, it doesn't matter. See? Right now, I'm in Ukraine, right? I do not have to impress anybody. And also, the things that impress people here are not actually the clothes or whatever. They're other things, but that's neither here nor there. I'm at a point in my life right now that I can dress like a slob and it doesn't really fucking matter, okay? I mean, my kids, who are the people I spend the most time with, they could give a shit how I'm dressed, right? So, you see my point. Right now, yeah. But when I was living in London, I had to dress nicely, yeah. So that people would take me seriously. People, on strangers, go to a restaurant. Roll up to a restaurant like I'm dressing now in London, and they're going to look at me like kind of fucking weird, right? Unless I have just bulletproof confidence and an attitude that like, yeah, I'm dressed down now, but fucking leave me alone about it. Then, okay, maybe, but they're really not going to like it, right? But in London, so that's why I had to wear like the nice clothes and be clean shaven and the whole bit. So that people would open the door to me when I walked into Claridge's, right? And here it doesn't really matter. So here I can afford to dress down and be all scruffy and look semi-homeless. You see my point? But you got to recognize where you are. You got to understand the situation. And this goes for your words too, not just your clothes. Your clothes, they're just the packaging. Your words. You have to understand who you are and what you represent to other people. And you have to guard what you say because of it. Because it's necessary. Because you don't want to lose the trust and approval and support of the people you've got. And you don't want to lose the position that has been so hard for you to get. You see what I'm saying? Let me give you a specific example. My old bête noire, Carl Benjamin. Yeah, he got deplatformed off Patreon and what have you because he used a racial slur. Yeah, fucking moron. And he deserved to be deplatformed because he was a fucking idiot. Okay? And why do I explain it? See, because he has become, or rather, let me phrase it because this is past tense now. He had become a fairly important figure insofar as the dissident new media was concerned. He had a position and a lot of people looked up to him. But what did he do when he went on that live stream and used the expression white N-word? He used the expression white N-word. And he was trying to be witty. It fell flat. It didn't really work, but fine. Okay, you want to talk about context? Fine, let's talk about context. Contextually, he was trying to flip it around. He was talking to some alt-right trolls who were screwing with his head, and he used the expression white N-word in order to put them down and sort of like flip the term on them. It didn't really work, but that's neither here nor there. That was his intention. That's perfectly fine, but the problem is that his intentions didn't matter. He actually used the white N-word expression and then the N-word expression, right? He used it. He was unaware of his position. He was unaware of his position and how using that made him look incredibly bad. It made him look like the people he was criticizing. It made him look like an alt-right fascist. Just listening to him and him using those words. And you're shocked. When it happened, I was shocked. I was not surprised that he got deplatformed. I was just surprised it took so goddamn long. Yeah. But my point, See, he was unaware of his position, and he was unaware of what he represented to other people. He didn't care about optics. He himself has said so. Fucking moron. Okay? Because it's stupid. You should always be aware of what image you are projecting by your appearance or by your words. You always have to be very aware. And you cannot say things lightly, casually, cavalierly. You're a fucking grown-up. You have to use words with discretion, because the words you say are what people take away from you. Because, like I said at the beginning of this video, people cannot read your mind. They cannot look into your heart and realize that you're Simon Pure. They cannot. All they've got going for them is appearances, words, your appearance, your words. So you have to be careful about them, because what people think of your appearance, your actions, your words, what they think of you, that's who you are, like it or not. And that's the reality of human existence. So always be aware of the optics. Always. No exception. In every situation, always be aware of what you are saying. Always be aware of how you are coming across by your appearance or your actions. Always. Because if you are not conscious of the optics you are projecting, you will be ruined. And we're seeing that.